If you're landing interviews, but you can't make it through the following rounds to land your job, you're probably saying one of the 7 things that will instantly disqualify you from moving on. Why listen to me? I had no college degree or previous experience, and yet I landed a corporate BDR role. So I know exactly what it takes for you to do the same. All thanks to my mentor, who happens to be a hiring manager at a very well-known tech company. Number 1, you should never say, I don't know anything about your company in a job interview. Even though you probably are mass applying for these roles, it's important that you don't show your card and that you do as much research as you can going into it so you can be more prepared than any other candidate. If you show that you're mass applying, it'll prove that you're lazy, not interested in their company specifically, and that you're like everyone else that they're interviewing. And trust me, there's a lot of people that are interviewing. So instead, do a ton of research, know their product going into this, and impress them by showing them how much time you've spent on researching their company and their product. What you can say is, I've done a ton of research on your company, and I love how you're helping solve their problem with. I even spoke with the sales rep, and he or she told me a couple things, list out the things, and they really stood out to me. For the BDR job seekers I have out there, I actually put the blueprint that my mentor gave me into a free community. It's in the description below. And here's what you'll get when you join. It has a step-by-step outline of the sales tools you'll need to perform on the job, how to redo your resume, write a cover letter, how to redo your social media, including LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, how to find the hiring manager to do your cold outreach to, email templates and call cadences to put them through. And then once you land the interview, everything you need. So everything we're covering right now is in this section of pre-interview. Very intensive, that's literally everything you need. There's a community section as well. We have calls once in a while. We have a live mock call, cold calling session coming up soon. There's a bunch of people in here. It's like 200 people, 192. So I'd love to see you in there. Number 2, never say anything bad about your previous job in a job interview. By talking bad about your previous employer, you're showing them that you might be the problem. You're probably not self-aware, and you're probably not very coachable, or maybe you can't even work in a team. Even if your previous experience was terrible and the management was awful, don't mention that in your interview. It's not going to get you anywhere whatsoever. Instead, say something along the lines of, I felt like I couldn't grow, and promoting internally is my biggest motivator to stay at a company long-term. Number 3, never say, I don't have any questions for you in a job interview. Job interviewers love curious and enthusiastic applicants, and by asking the right questions in the right way, you can show them that you're both. You can even flip the script on them and make them desperate to hire you, even though you're probably the one desperate to land this job. Some examples of asking the right questions include, how much is your top performer making? What separates top performers from average reps? How many reps are hitting quota? There's a video right here on how you can ask the right questions and what to ask. Number 4, if in your interview they ask you, why do you want to work here? Why should I hire you? Why sales? What motivates you? Never say, I'm just super interested in a sales job. Honestly, I don't care about what I'm selling. I just want to make money. As I mentioned, you can't show your mass applying, so you need to show interest in their company specifically. This is another great opportunity to show off your research. I spoke to rep's name, and she said, I also really liked in the job description, and it stood out to me because where I work is super important to me because we're spending most of our day there. And because of these points that mentioned, I'm really excited about this opportunity. Number 5, don't just say, I am driven. You never want to give an answer without proof to you having that trait. So in every answer, use this acronym as a structure to form it. It's called ACTS. Answer, give an example as the X, and explain how that will pertain to you succeeding at their company. Here's an example of how you can use it. I'm a driven individual. At my previous role as a sales associate, I went out of my way to ask as many customers as possible if they needed help. And this kind of increased my at-bats. Obviously, this is all once my other responsibilities are taken care of. But what that allowed me to do is increase the number of sales I made, which helped the store crush their monthly revenue goal and ultimately allowed me to make as much money as possible. So with my drive to do that, to make as much money as possible, I'm confident that I will be a huge help to your sales org, not only crush their revenue goal, but go over and beyond what's expected of myself. Number 6, never say my biggest weakness is being a perfectionist. Everyone says this, and it's super cringy. You're pretty much telling them, I am like everyone else. They're looking for a genuine answer to this question. They're not looking to disqualify you, and they want to see if you're self-aware and coachable. So come to this interview with at least 3 weaknesses that are true to you, but that won't interfere with your ability to do the job. You can ask ChatGPT with this prompt, give me 10 weaknesses I might have, but that won't interfere with my ability to do my job as a blank successfully. And of course, make sure they're true. And then once you pick your 3 off that list, come up with solutions or mention solutions that you're actively doing to improve your weaknesses. Number 7, never say, I don't have any relevant experience, but I thought I'd like this job because it pays well. Never say that in a job interview. Money should be a motivator for your job, especially for sales. But you need to know exactly what they sell and have proof in your answer because you need to believe in what you sell. So don't say, I want to work in the general industry. Provide proof in your answer so you can do that effectively. If you don't really have any direct relevant experience, you can absolutely find transferable skills that will translate into you succeeding at that role you're looking to transition into. Make sure to use the previous outline that I gave you, or the acronym, I guess. ACTS, answer, explain. Answer, example, explain. So as I mentioned, I have that community in the link below, and it has everything that you need, everything I used, and then some on how to land this job. I'll see you in the community. Like and subscribe to the video, and comment below if you need help with something that I haven't covered yet. Thanks.